What does it mean to be a chef? For some, it means ultimate control of another's taste buds, the power to command the kitchen and create the perfect dish. For others, it's just plain money, power, and respect. But for Chef Portia Brown, it means opening doors for women of color and respecting the title earned. I'm Rocky McCoy, and I'm here to find out your why. What's your excuse? Born and raised in Northern Virginia, Chef Brown grew up around food, and the knowing of who she would become was evident every time she ate.
You know, most people have a thing where they go, oh, I went to such and such restaurant and I became so inspired to cook and go on my culinary journey. For me, I felt like I couldn't do what they call like a regular 9 to 5. Like I had to do something that's more in the action. And then when you see how people react when you feed them food, I think that's probably.
After high school, Chef Brown attended the Art Institute of Washington, where she honed her culinary skills. But after graduation, she quickly found that the culinary world was not catering towards women.
Well, when I first got out of school, it was definitely rough. Not a lot of people were looking to really hire women, or they would hire women and we would do the jobs that the men didn't want to do per se. So when they hire women straight out of culinary school, usually they try to use us at your salad station or, you know, someplace light like that, make vinaigrettes, and they kind of sit you in the back and give you some shrimp or something simple and tell you just go ahead and go. They don't really pay too much attention to you. This is an industry where you have to have a voice, and if you don't speak up for yourself, you're going to slip through the cracks.
Soon she found herself working 3 jobs and no time off. And one day while working a commander's game, she had had enough. And that's where she found her voice.
I've done some work for Windows Cuisine, and I was also working for a fine dining restaurant at the time. So I had to say it's probably when I was getting ready to go to do a commander's game when I was like, you know what? I got to get the white coat with my name on it because something, something is happening, and I want to do more. I want to be more. I just don't want to be the person sitting in the background making salads or, making sandwiches all day. Like I really want to touch the grill and, move around to the different stations, work the walk, do things that were more internationally, not just things that we're known to do.
Taking charge of her situation, she became one of the most dependable workers in the kitchen, and soon grabbed the attention of the chef who would help change her life.
I was always the person that you can call. It didn't matter like what it was. I was out of town, I'd be far, and they called me and I'd come in and I help and I assist. So they saw my passion for it, so they moved me to a more advanced station. And when I was working at this advanced station, this is a part of the epiphany too. It wasn't until my teacher from college was like, you know what? What I have to say is, you weren't who I thought you were. And that was my bad, right? You're stronger than I thought that you could be, and you can do more than what you're doing right now. And then kind of like after that, the chef there, he believed in me, and he was like, look, I don't want you to work here at this station forever. I'm going to move you to another unit, and I'm going to see, how far you can go, where you can go, but I'm going to support you the whole way.
20 years and a lot of hustle in between. Ms. Brown finally got to put on the white coat.
Oh yeah, you win a Super Bowl. If you work for this, right? You work for it. So it's very like, dang, okay, I made it, right? So to, men, their job is just my name on the jacket, but you'll find a lot of women, especially like a lot of African American women go, yeah, put a little respect on my name because I did that there. This means that I've taken the steps, I've done what I needed to do, and I've made it.
But even at this new level, old mindsets remained.
Being a female, and I'm short, I don't even hit 6 feet. So being a female and having like men come to you and go, where's the chef? And I have to go, that's me right here. So when you're a woman, you really have to command that. Like, that's me, I'm she is me, I'm her. I'm in charge, and it has to be a thing where you're still show compassion and you're genuine at the same time. Because as women, they think, oh, she's just gapping at the mouth. She's mad. She has to scream. But to me, why does it have to be that way? You know, when a man comes and he commands the respect of his kitchen, he just tells them, okay, everybody listen up. And he's calm. But when a woman comes and say, okay, everybody listen up, she has an attitude. She's feisty. So it's really like navigating that and getting the staff to work with you.
And how does one command that respect?
You know, back in the day, they used to throw pots and pans at people. That's not my technique. I literally talk to you like we're talking right now. I come to you, I tell you what needs to be done. I might come to you, I'll tell you to the side. I'm not about embarrassing somebody if they got it incorrectly, like we talk about it, what we could have done better, and then we move forward. I approach people like people, and I treat them with respect. And with me treating them with respect, they want to come to work. They want to work for me. Oh, she's nice. Don't let her fool you because she could still get things done. But she's nice. As long as you are where you need to be and you're doing what you need to do, you won't have any issues out of me.
She is really good at what she does. She has a love for culinary, and I have a pleasure to learn from her as well. So I love it.
She's just really positive. She's a lot of fun to work with. You know, we collaborate a lot together.
So she loves what she does. She loves people. She's easy to talk to. She's positive, which is something that's missing in that kitchen over there.
Chef Brown is amazing.
In 2019, she hit a low point in her career, but it was through a competition she was reminded how strong she was.
In 2019, I was one of the Compass Group women semifinalists in Minneapolis. Being in a group with women, 20 other women, and everybody's got their tag on. So you're like, okay, I see people who look like me. They're not only Black, but they're Spanish, they're Latino, they're everybody. And talking about some of the same challenges that we spoke about that they fixed too. It's just such a diverse thing. And then we did like a massive competition. So just being able to share your talent, share your skills, and then everybody is for you and they want you to win even though they want to win.
But do you have a signature dish?
No, I just like to eat. I'm not even gonna hold you. Everybody always asks me that question. Like anything that you want to cook, what you whip up in the kitchen. Other than things I like to eat, whatever I'm in the mood for, you know. But I find that like comfort food brings me comfort, you know, but it's not the only level that I stop at. It's just that, you know, comfort food reminds you of home. So anything braised, anything slow cooked.
But let's be honest, not everyone loves every dish. But Chef Brown knows that's a part of the game.
Because I know that everything isn't for everybody and everybody is not going to like everything. And I think as I continue to do this and as I get older, I have to come to the realization of that. You know, I just have to take a deep breather. I can't go off the rails right away. So if you come to me and tell me you don't like something, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to go taste it. Maybe something happened to the seasoning, something's wrong with the recipe. What about it isn't right? If it's something that I didn't make, I'll still do the same thing and see, because sometimes an adjustment is made and then sometimes it's not. It's much more authentic to the heritage of the person.
So what are some of your most challenging dishes you've tried to create?
I'm not scared to create anything, you know, because even if it's terrible, it's going to be a beautiful disaster. But when you do anything internationally, it can be a little bit challenging because you want to make it as authentic as possible. So to me, that's an overall because, you know, I'm African American. So it's kind of hard to be the African American making Chinese food, right? So I want to bring it as authentic as I can as possible. So definitely about talking to people within that region or country that can help specialize in those things.
Chef Brown and her team are ready to cook at 5:30 a.m. and ready to go into the night depending on the schedule.
You get tired. But then as you find yourself getting tired, there's always one thing or someone who'll come to you and go, girl, that thing that you made last night, it was so good. And that little thing just kind of gives you a spark and it kind of brings it back.
With all her success, Chef Brown has no intentions of opening her own restaurant.
You know, sometimes you don't always have to do it on your own. Your names don't always have to be in the shiny lights. You gotta look at Gordon Ramsay. How happy is he really? how happy are you really? You know, you're going around, you have all these restaurants, you have to make sure everything is okay. You're doing 50 million TV personality and appearances here. And as you can see here, the staff is not that grand and not that small, but it's a family, you know? And I think that family environment and that atmosphere, you know, that part keeps me going. But if you're something separate, like almost like a celebrity, you have to be everything to everyone. So here you don't really have to, you just have to be something to someone.
So what's the end game?
Still figuring it out. Still getting it. Easy, you do anything, yo, whatever. Let's go, let's see where the journey takes you, you know? We might end up on the beach, stirring something in a pot.
And through it all, she still goes back to help the women who struggle across the world trying to get that white coat.
We have a program that actually helps develop women within the company. So we send them through almost like a 6-month program where they're mentored by a unit chef. So this time I'm actually a mentor. Coming up, I'll be mentoring a young lady to actually showing her about the financials and showing her about how to develop menus and how to work on her palate, those types of things.
And while going out to eat with friends and family is always nice, taking off the chef hat can be difficult.
But for the most part, you know, when I go out with family, they're like, is she going to turn it on? If they bring something out, it's like, she going to say something? But I don't, no, I'm not there. I'm just there to be a customer and eat like anything else. But, you know, sometimes you go to places and you just like, oh no, it's on. She's here. It's out. The alter ego is coming.
And as always, I close with my 2 favorite questions. What advice would you give to your younger self?
One monkey don't stop no show.
And what advice would your younger self give you today?
I would say continue your education, but you will learn the most from the street per se. So you'll learn the most just diving into restaurants, just immersing yourself mostly in the culture, in the food, and just seeing the atmospheres. Just keep moving, keep dreaming, keep doing, keep being. Don't be apologetic about it.
So, as you savor your next dining experience, remember to extend your appreciation beyond the server to the chef who orchestrates the culinary magic, because behind the hustle and bustle of the kitchen might be a dedicated and passionate woman, turning her culinary dreams into reality. You never know. Your applause might be the encouragement that fuels her continued success.
My name is Chef Brown, Executive Chef Porta Brown. Put some respect on my name. Eat and be well.